I knew I should have been paying attention to my microphone. There we go. So we'll have to edit that later somehow. But technical difficulties being new back to this again. You can hear me now? Now there's an echo. How now? How now, brown cow? Still an echo? Are you serious? Come on now. See if I can fix it here. It's better. How much better? Can you still hear me? Here, let me try this. All right, how about now? Don't slurp, I know. You always don't want me to slurp. How about that? Is that better? All good now? We're good? All right. Okay, no noise. Thanks for the help there on Facebook. I appreciate it. Hopefully all is sounds good over on YouTube as well. But I'm not seeing the comments kicking in from over there at all. Hopefully they're commenting. Okay, so what we have going on in Bedford Township is a lot of officials that are lying. So a lot of people, they don't pay attention enough to understand some of the things going on, but some of the things are very simple. There's some things that have happened that have frustrated me greatly. One of those has to do with Trustee Stacy Greenwood. Now, Trustee Greenwood, before she was in that position, was on the Planning Commission. And on the Planning Commission, she became the chair. She was put on the Planning Commission, actually, believe it or not, by myself. Now, she was placed on the Planning Commission by myself when I was the supervisor. I appointed her because years ago I was friends with her husband, and so friends with her. I actually was looking to put her husband on the Planning Commission. He didn't really want to. He said, hey, my wife would like to do it. And so at the time I said, yeah, sure. So I was still friends with them. This was back in 2016, 17 when I first started talking to them about this. So, fast forward then, I had some conversations then with her husband, Rick. And the last conversation I had, I was sitting outside of their house. I still picture it sitting there. And we were talking about things like Marxism. I was explaining that I went through this training through an organization that is Marxist, that is a Marxist-based training that is changing our society. And he was all for it. He didn't think anything wrong with it. Not only that, but he explained to me at that time that the way that he thinks of the world is that every interaction is a power struggle, that it's constantly, we're always, no matter who we're with or what we're around, we're always battling, and that we're doing something to battle for more power. So that kind of threw me back because I never really paid attention to people around me. At the time, I was completely brand new to all of this. So I had gone through a training through the Gamaliel Foundation, which is a powerful political organization that is training people to be Marxists and to push that Marxism into our communities through the nonprofit system. That is what I've been speaking on because that is what I know. That is what I've been through. That is my life experience. I've been there. I know this. I speak on it. That is what we should do. We shouldn't speak on things that we don't know. So it kind of hit me it hit me hard because he and I were very close. Okay, as I've said in some comments, my wife and I were one of just a couple of couples that were invited to their surprise engagement when Rick proposed to Stacy. So that's how close we were with them. Crazy night that night. We were at a hockey game in Kalamazoo, and there was a shooting. It was on New Year's Eve, a hockey game, and we had a hotel room at the Days Inn that's no longer there. It was tore down on 94 by Wing Stadium. And that night, we were stuck there all night long because there was a big party that had happened. Some hip-hop performer was going on, and a shootout happened, and 50-some rounds were shot. We had bloody clothes cut off of someone and on the car next to my car out in the parking lot. I mean, it was pretty crazy. Just markers all around our car when we left. It was crazy. But that's like how tight, I've been with them in the past. So these aren't people that I just don't know and that I'm just assuming things about or saying something about. These are people that I've known and that I've not just formed an outside opinion. This is a real. I'm pretty sure I know who these people are and who they have been now. Because when Rick told me this, it explained to me a lot of our interactions as friends. Because he's a person that has always talked down to me in some capacity, almost like he was a mentor, a teacher, or, like he knew more than me. He was better than me. And I feel that now I understood because he was talking to me in a way that he was in a place of power above me. Because that's truly what Marxists do. This is a system of power. They think everything is a power struggle. And that's what he was doing. And so I could no longer be friends with him. And unfortunately, at this time, I had already appointed his wife to the Planning Commission. Hey, Audra, how you doing? So she's on the Planning Commission, and now this is the time when I was then having to go through all my struggles in the township. Now, when I got involved in the township, I openly admit I did not know how to run a township. I didn't know. I didn't. Most people, when they get involved, they really don't know a whole lot about what they're doing unless there's someone that's been an insider, unless there's someone that's been working for the township or the county or wherever that they're going for the position, or the state house. That's why we see a lot of these people that work for representatives. The Steve Carras, right? They come out and they're nice and they know how to work the system, is what it is. They know the political game. I've never been one of those people. I hate that stuff. So these people that want to take power from others, that want to have power over others, right? That's not what we're supposed to be doing. Steve is a traitor. I agree. I told people that right from the beginning, right after he got elected. I knew it was going to be bad news. I had a feeling beforehand, but honestly, guys, we have to, unfortunately, we have to learn the hard way from a lot of people. We have to live through things. So that's why I've been trying to explain things that I understand since I went through this political training back in 2015. And people have thought I'm crazy on the things that I point out, the things I've talked about since then, all until COVID happened, and then all of this tyrannical situation started happening. And it's just it's really interesting. So in my township now with Stacy, she Rick and Stacy, it's a terrible situation. I'm gonna try my best not to cry here because every time I've talked about it in my shop when I've explained this to customers, I always break down in tears because that's how much I care about this family and their son. I have helped them with fundraisers for their son many times now. Their son has a very rare neurological disorder, and most people know that because they've been active in trying to help, find answers for this rare condition that their son has. And I've never denied that, and I would never deny anyone, for stepping down from anything, right? And so that's why I'm here to talk about now, is because there's some situations surrounding them and their son and our township now, where there's lies that have happened, and I saw lies happen, and it severely angered me. okay? Because what I saw is someone that I know is a Marxist that wants more power, that did things to gain more power. And so that's what I saw. And so I saw the truth not being told, and it was done in a way so that they could gain a position. That bothers me. Sorry. So let me get this set up here. Because that wasn't messing with me. There we go. All right, so got to get this set up here because I want to show you guys what she's saying. So really, she's slandering me now on her page. She's saying things that really are false. So let's take a look here. So she posts here yesterday, since I am blocked from responding now to continued harassment and provocation on the Battle Creek Down Low Facebook page, which I'm not sure that she's blocked. I've talked with Just about this, and he said that he has not blocked anyone from commenting. There are some people that now are limited, or not limited, but they are need post approval. I don't know if there's pending posts that she has made or what it might be, but that's something else on another discussion, nothing that I have to do with. It says, I will inform personally of these things for public knowledge and not shared public community at large. Battle Creek Down Low is a hate group, she says, on Facebook, whose admin is Justin Schatz. So she says it's a hate group, which I've never heard that called a hate group before. He states it is to promote free speech to Battle Creek and pride's anti-censorship, while he and myself, Adam Heikela, continue to provoke members and now restrict me from addressing harassment. So she claims that we are the ones that provoke members, yet members are the ones that ultimately you'll see have been provoking us. Says Justin has created the following YouTuber under 68 Shots. So she gives great shout outs, links to Just. Hopefully some people show up there to 68 Shots and subscribe. That would be fantastic for you to do, and she's giving all of those connections, so that's great. But now she says here, ultimately, I was attacked for a resignation from earlier this summer in appointed positions after a medical crisis resulting in our disabled son being hospitalized. So what she's saying here to the world is a lie. I never attacked her. For stepping down, for resigning. She says, I was attacked for a resignation from earlier this summer in appointed positions after a medical crisis. That's not what happened at all. So this is where the lie starts here. Well, this is a major part of the lie. This is just another twist on it, see? So she's twisting the truth here so that she can be a victim still. Because Marxists, you will learn, if you continue to understand how Marxists function, they continue to function in a manner which puts them in a position of power, which in most cases now is a victim status, because their mind is there's an oppressed and an oppressor. They want to be that oppressed so that they can twist things to be over those that are oppressing them. That's how they build their power, and they build a formation of other people that will join with them in feeling that same feeling, even though that feeling might be a lie. Based on a lie, which right here, when she says, ultimately I was attacked for a resignation from earlier this summer in appointed positions, that is a lie. She then goes on to say, Upon release, I chose to return and apply for an open position on our local board where my special needs son is now being used as a means to harass and discredit my position. Again, this is so slanderous. Attorneys are already looking at this information because this again is a lie. I am mad at this person who lied. Period. She goes on and even gives, again, the links. There you go. Like, subscribe, share. Go ahead. And then she plugs things on the doctrine of the lesser magistrate, which is something that is great to hold everyone accountable in these systems that we have. That's what it's about. She calls it, what does she call it? Weaponizes religion to state that it's one's duty to follow God's ordinance. Absolutely. But she doesn't want to admit and understand that the law comes from God. Law comes from the Bible. Law comes from religion. They don't want to do that. This is why the group gets reported. Jen Mark. Yeah, let's see here. What do you say? Please explain me when justice removes every single person from who comes and tries to share their opinion. Well, Jen, unfortunately, a lot of people that get on groups end up spamming and doing all kinds of other language and threats and all kinds of things, which end up having to be removed, Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. So he says, you're extremely capable of having a somewhat rational conversation with someone, but Justin wants these people to take seriously. I believe everything he says, but then he goes on. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, great. Well, we're going to get into here now, Jen, and show you guys why there's lies. I don't know why there's lies, but ultimately, why I was upset. This is why I was upset. Okay, so this is a meeting. This is her interview here, July 11th. July 11th. Okay, actually, let's start over here. So in May 24th, there was a planning commission meeting. On May 24th, this planning commission meeting, you can see the chair was Greenwood at this time, right? And she did, I don't know, I believe she steps down at this meeting. We can go through the minutes here, but nonetheless, she's there at this meeting, right? So May, and this is where her son got ill, right? And so she steps down, and I don't, she should take care of his son. I want her to take care of his son. I love Rory. I want Rory to live the best life that he possibly can. But he has a lifelong debilitating condition and needs care constantly. So you see here now that Barb Jones was the chair because she was no longer there then in June. So there was 1 month here. June, she steps down. Right. So this is where the change happened. Okay. She steps down. So then if we come here to the July meeting, okay, we'll see here that we'll just see what she says. Yeah. So there you have it. You see, that there got me a little upset. So, it's frustrating. The timing of everything is frustrating. The fact that it's not that she didn't tell the truth. She probably has nothing that blocks her on Thursday nights. That's really the question that was asked, right? But the reality is that at any time she could be pulled away from her work, and that is something that literally just happened the month before. You know, she says things like maybe the workload is different, you know, and you know, for that job, and so she can handle that workload maybe if he's ill. I don't know. She's saying she's not going to do as much or work as a trustee. I mean, a trustee position is as important, if not more, than the planning commission. I mean, you are. We don't take these positions as seriously as we truly do, I feel. Oh no, no one heard. Oh crap, I gotta play the video again. Hey, you guys can watch the video again? Hold on. Let me do it again. Thanks. That's why the comment section's there. That's fantastic. Hold on, let me start again. I gotcha. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A practical person that I tend to be and try to get things done. I'm going to ask you a very practical, pragmatic question, which is,
here you go.
would you have any barriers that would come up for you on the second Thursday of the evening each month?
It's my turn to go first, or your turn?
And the special meetings.
And the special. We're
We
trying to
have
take
a lot of
turns.
special meetings.
I don't have anything going on Thursday nights, period. Can't foresee anything, other than Thanksgiving.
We'll let you off on that one. Okay.
I do not have any barriers, but I am going to tell you
All right, very good. Okay. Commissioner Miller.
So yeah, okay, so now that you all heard it, that's what I was talking about. And again, it's not that, you know, she maybe she doesn't have barriers on that Thursday for sure, right? But this is someone who just went from a planning commission, and the trustee, all the trustee duties, they should be doing work. Joni Jones in this meeting even makes comments regarding how she's going to get paid more to do this duties, but according to Miss Greenwood, she's going to do less work. So she's excited she's going to get paid now more to do less work. You know, she said that this trustee job is not as busy as what she was doing before. Yeah, thanks, Allie, and thanks, Bethany. I got it. I think we got it now. Hopefully the echo isn't back. The echo didn't come back with that, did it? Hopefully. No. So that's my issue, okay? And so for her to say, you know, because never before this time did I have an issue. So for her to say, on this post, she just words things in a manipulative way. She words things in this way so that she sounds like she's the victim. Like I was telling her that she was wrong for stepping down for her son, which is a lie. I never said that. Everything that I said was that she has something that could prevent her, and her son is that, and I don't want, I mean, like, I'm not a bad guy for saying something that's true, am I? Like, I love Rory too. People that can attest to me shedding real tears for that boy. So shed it for him in this situation even, okay? Because I'm hurt, I feel, by what's going on there. I don't like it. Now, this is someone that's supposed to be the elected position, taking an oath, being a representative in our community, and instead of heeding words, and all the others heeding words, they just want to continue to attack now. And because they're women, I'm not allowed to call them out in their lies. Like, I don't go around and call out men, women, whoever it is, children, male, female, gay, straight, whoever you are. If you're lying, I'm going to call you out. Yeah, Stacy thinks highly of me. I'm sorry, Jen, but obviously she's crossed that line there. She can apologize. She needs to change her. She needs to take this down. Her lies. You cannot lie and manipulate so that you can maintain power and then say that you like somebody. I don't play those games. That's not how my life, that's not reality. You want to talk about things that are delusional. You want to talk about being delusional, Joni Jones? Delusion is the world that majority of our board is living in. When at our meeting, we openly now say, finally, yeah, we're changing over to a superintendent model. Well, you've already told us that, you liar, lying to people's faces, straight-faced. You are a liar. That's why I called you Joni Jones, and you Tara McClendon, and you Greenwood, even though you don't work in that office. You're connected to them. You Cara Doherty. I called you evil wenches. I did. People don't like that. I'm sorry, but guess what? If you were men doing something, I'd call you evil, nasty men too. It's nothing misogynist. It's if the shoe fits, you wear that. And you all are wearing it proudly. And it's going to be on display for the world. Because I have hours of evidence. The lies, the lies, the lies, the lies. I've not been telling lies. If you want to bring up lies and you want to sue me, Joni Jones, you come at me, Joni Jones. You said that openly. Step down and start suing, because I'm going to continue sharing the lies that you've done. The manipulation that you've done. This isn't Snake Pit social media, Jen. This is just sharing truth. We want to share truth. But again, now, this is the problem here, is that we have people that don't understand truth. They want their own truth. Over here on that page, I'm not even going to give them the time of day. Because there's people that have if you see somebody online that openly says that they have mental issues, don't bother with them. I'm not any longer. Their mental issues get pressed on you then, and you don't want that. So pray for those people, truly. I do. I do. People say pray for people, and I'll pray for people. I've prayed with people many times. Randomly. Because it's what we should do. People say you're not acting like Christ as you should. But those people, because they see some things that after being attacked on social media and things that happen, because we've shared a meme. This man over here doesn't understand that we shared Batman memes because Batman has been a theme. So either this guy is arguing because he wants to be ignorant and have power, or he's someone that just doesn't want to know the truth. But he did say that. This gentleman on the download page has been arguing. One of the Greenwood supporters, one of their friends, went to school with him. It's obvious. From Marshall, grew up there. But they want to say that we're bullies because we made one post. Let me go over there and show you guys. This is how silly it is, guys. You get labeled as something because someone says something to you online, and that's just not true. I wish people that have an issue with me always would reach out to me. Majority of the people that have ever that had issues with me in the recall or any time really, once they sit down and have a conversation at any point with me, they go, "Wow, you are nothing like I thought you were." And that's the way most people are. Especially those people you think are cool, that you look up to. Have a real conversation with a lot of those people. You probably won't look up to them. If you have the brain in your head, you probably wouldn't look up to them anymore, because a lot of those people, they're not worth looking up to. They should be looked down upon. They should be chastised for actions that they do. They should be removed from positions of authority. So, all right, so let's see here. Let me find these comments here. So here it is. Oh, we get it now, is what it is. And oh man, was this triggering. Holy smokes. But the people that know Shot's situation. So here we go. So this is on a download post. And this is a post now that I had made about Mr. Dingman. All right, Mr. Dingman assaulted Mr. Shots on July 25th. And no charges have been filed. So we've now found that our prosecutor is not going to do it, obviously, because there's a conflict of interest, and it's over into the Eaton County prosecutor's hands, waiting still to find more word on that situation. But as you see here, Mr. Doxy says, comes to the page, first comment says, "Wow, what an assault. Are you sure you're okay? Oh, did you need a medical professional examine you for injuries attained during the assault? Was the bad man apprehended?" So that's the way this guy came to the page, right? Mocking, condescending. And then Mr. Shots happened to find the reason. Look at, guys. It's Batman. And so we started sharing some memes, because every time he'd asking, he thinks, well, you're sharing one of my pictures to make fun of me. Look at, he says, oh, maybe you could be more specific. Why are you trying to say posting my picture here so we can all understand? Seriously, I'm really quite interested to know. And so he thinks that we're just bullying him, but we're not bullying the guy. He's wearing a Batman shirt. He's wearing a Batman shirt. I don't know. Let's see here. If we can go over to Mr. Shot's page, watch. We can go to videos. Let's go. Let's see how long it would take to scroll down here and see something that might be connected there. Oh no, did you change the, you changed the thumbnail. Why don't you have Batman as a thumbnail anymore? Are you serious? You just made a fool of me, just. Oh, Mr. Shots. Where was the Batman then? Oh, Mr. Shots. Well, so maybe he made it a little bit more difficult. Used to have right on his page here the Batman, right? Still, majority of people know that this officer right here, Mr. Chad Fickle, he showed up in a Batman mask. So he showed up in a Batman mask, and so the Batman has been a theme. We got cops going around with Batman, supporting Batman. So they got Batman pins on their shirt, right? We've got people had put a long time ago. They'd put Batman as their page, their profile pictures, right? So that's why it's been pretty obvious why that was the case. Now, I even said now in the comments there, I repeatedly said to the guy, I just said, hey man, there's obvious reason why it would be there. You know, do a little research, I said. He wants to control things, so he wants to tell us what to do constantly. So I urge any of you guys, join the page. Go over there, read through all of that. It's an interesting read. You can see into the mind of someone who openly says that they have a mental illness. And so I'm sorry, Todd. I never once meant to attack you. But again, you came to the page attacking. You came to the page, started out, said, wow, such an assault, claiming that he wasn't assaulted, which is, guys, if someone comes up and physically grabs you unwantedly, someone doesn't even have to touch you. Someone can come up and spit in your face. That is an assault. That is an assault that is a criminal offense and can be and is prosecutable. Okay? And now when that happens by somebody that is a law enforcement, that is claims authority while armed and physically assaults someone, right? That is a greater deal, because that is what tyranny is. Tyranny is when someone acts in a position or claims authority or jurisdiction to come after you and put their hands on you at any time. They can put their hands on you. But guess what would happen if Mr. Schatz or myself or anyone else there were to come up and grab an officer maybe that was coming in too close and doing something? Hey, officer, you need to get back and out of the way. What would happen at that point? I think we all know what would happen at that point. I can show you what happened on a video where I was abused by officers simply because I have an empty holster on my hip, he claims. Though my pants, you could see I had nothing in my pockets. And all they needed to do was a quick pat down, and I was allowing them to. But he roughed me up, and he injured me severely. Because that's what these authoritarians do when we allow them to do it. When we allow them to get away with every lie, no matter how big or how small, when they're in a position, when they're taking oaths to be a representative, to uphold our rights that they abide by, that are protected in the Constitution. That's what they're doing. The Constitution protects them, protects our rights from them. But we don't know how to do that. We don't know how to protect ourselves with it. We've allowed it to get way too far out of hand. And I know from firsthand experience being in those positions, fighting it, wanting to be a representative to people, but having every single person around me only knowing how to be someone that takes power from you. All of that system, all of those people are Marxists. They won't call themselves that, a lot of them. A lot of them call themselves conservatives, call themselves Republicans, call themselves even libertarians. But when you're doing a system that you're working to create laws and restrictions and things that takes away from others, it's not freedom. It's not the system that we should be having, what we should be working for. Yeah. So this attack that continues to happen, because now we've allowed our board in Bedford Township to slander us as regular citizens from their seated positions, which is lawsuits pending as well. All of it. Some people want us to just focus on Mr. Schott's situation and the violation of his rights that they did while he was open carrying. which we need to focus on as well. His First Amendment rights, he was there, did nothing wrong, and they created false police reports. The public is going to know about the lies of our township. It's so coming out. It's so much fun to see it all happen. And you're going to see the rats scurry. You're going to see more people coming after me and coming after Mr. Schatz. Lie after lie after lie with straight faces for them. Well, you see the straight faces, but if you notice, Joni Jones, when she talks, her eyebrows for some reason are going like, all the way up to her freaking, I don't know where they're going. But because they're lies. Because they're lies. I hear you laughing up there, Bethany. But they're lying. They're just lying. And we've got so much evidence of it. And so we if I would have recorded absolutely everything that happened to me while I was in office, I think a lot of this might have been solved. But it wasn't the right time. Now is the time. So all of you out there that have had wrong happen to you in Bedford Township or Battle Creek community, Calhoun County as a whole, please reach out. Please reach out to me. We've got many people that are being helped right now, and we're going to continue to help people. We don't need attorneys to get involved. There are people that can help you to file proper paperwork to go after these individuals. And we're working and getting better at it all the time. So I urge you to just reach out. See what we can do to help you out. There's a lot of people that care about doing the right thing. Not just doing the right thing to maintain power for the system that's there, but for doing the right thing for the people. Because once the people are freed, so much more happens. So much more opportunity is going on. You know, these people in our township have not been doing the basic work. And now Stacy was praised for doing basic work. She did a report. Congratulations. You know, we're doing some of the basic things, you know, that we should get a report every year from the Planning Commission. To a breakdown, a yearly report. What's gone on? We should get a quarterly report, honestly. And those are the things I was implementing. So if we want to look back and see what's all gone on, you know, we'll have some more videos coming up where I'm going to talk about all those things as well. Because there's a lot to talk about. I can't talk about it all in just one video. I really can't. And I don't want to make them all too long. 46 minutes is already too long. So be a vocal local. Get out there in your local community. Go to your local boards, your township, city, village, your county. If you can make some of the state boards, do that. And don't just listen to lies. Don't let emotions get involved. It's really hard not to. I know that, especially if you're in the middle of it. But when there's things that are reality, there's reality. You can't just make up things to make it your own reality and suck somebody else into it. That doesn't work. Especially when things are recorded like they are now. That's why I've said as well that we need to record every single meeting. Every single meeting in the township needs to be recorded so we can hear what's been said at that meeting. It should be recorded and documented for all time. We have the technology available to do that. It should be done. There's no other reason that they other than they want to hide things or get away with things at times and have an ability to do so. There's no reason for it. It's far too long. All communities, buy a cheap cell phone, you know, put it online. It's all there. So here, let me go through some of, is there any comments maybe that I missed that someone wanted? Let's see here. Looks like it's slow over there on YouTube land, but no, Jen, yeah, hi Dwayne, how you doing, sir? Kansas City School Board. Yes, Dwayne, it's pretty amazing when you get involved how quickly you can see. That's what Dwayne said. In 5 weeks, I found out so much wrong with this city school board. It was alarming. Sworn to the Constitution. Yeah, I didn't even get into how she's totally anti-Christian on that post, Justin. How she definitely has. She attacked our faith, saying that we're trying to do some sort of Christian warfare in some way. When what it's about is accountability. If someone wants to argue that we have accountability in our system right now, I'd love for them to debate me on that and go over the ways in which they feel accountability has been done. Superintendent want to meet with me. I agree with him. I mean, place it would not meet with other than his office. Last for initial location. He said no. Ha! Wow. And another member said at a public meeting then to give the superintendent specific direction not to meet with. Yeah. Oh no, you're good, Dwayne. That's that's what things. So Dwayne has been involved. You got elected, right, Dwayne? You're on the school board, I believe now, right? So, yeah, we once you get involved and they know you're going to be a voice, they want to talk to you. They want to get involved. They want to get in your head. They want to figure out how they can control you and contain you. Those who put God's authority over government are dangerous. Yep. That's true. Yep. Stacy said in that post you can go read, she said, those who put God's authority over government are dangerous. Yep. And that's what she means, is that she's dangerous because she thinks that someone like myself has something out for or against folks that are like LGBT or that think differently than myself. And that's 100% incorrect. Most of the time, though, if they're not a Christian and they're not going to claim a walk with Christ, what we need to do is tell them the truth, which was done by Justin, the other Justin on that post, and then he went away because they weren't listening to him, and so he wasn't going to sit there and continue to argue with someone whom he considers a fool, because it ends up making you a fool, and that's truly what happens repeatedly. I myself have a hard time stepping back but it's because most of the time I've let my emotions get involved. When we get our emotions involved, then we start doing things that we shouldn't do. So we have to be always training ourselves. We have to always be growing. But most people have a hard time growing in a lot of different areas in a lot of different ways. So it's I get why it's difficult. But yeah, so everyone get involved in your local communities. I'm going to sign off here. I got to get going back to doing some work here. So, but yes, I'm going to do a lot more videos. I've got a lot more live videos. I'm going to do some live videos. I want to try to find a day and a time where I can just do a live video and get more people on where we can discuss things. I want people to share with me again and get vocal locals going where we can share what's going on in your local communities, not just here in Bedford and Battle Creek and Calhoun County, but I think I can do stories and some discussions for many hours. Many days in a row. So I will do my best, but please reach out to me and let me know if you've got something else that you would like to be shared. Yeah, Chief Locker would let you because he's going to record it, and then he would want you recorded. He'd pat you down and all kinds of stuff. Yep, that's how they are. So, all right, guys, but I'm going to sign off of here. You guys have a good one, and we will see you on the next go around.